Welcome to Bible Quiz Tube. Bible trivia fans, put your knowledge to the test with today's ultimate Bible questions and answers on the book of Daniel. This Bible quiz has 25 easy-to-hard questions that will challenge even the most dedicated Bible students. Get ready to dive deep and see how many questions you can answer correctly. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a quiz. Share your scores in the comments below. Let the quiz begin. Question 1. In what city was Daniel taken captive? A. Assyria. B. Babylon. C. Susa. D. Nineveh. The correct answer is B. Babylon. The explanation. In the 3rd year of the reign of Jehoiakim king of Judah, Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon came to Jerusalem and besieged it. Daniel chapter 1 verse 1. This captivity fulfilled Isaiah's prophecy and began the 70-year Babylonian exile, demonstrating God's sovereignty in using even pagan nations to accomplish his purposes while preserving a faithful remnant. Question 2. What food did Daniel and his friends refuse to eat? A. Royal food and wine. B. Fish. C. Honey and locusts. D. Bread. The correct answer is A. Royal food and wine. The explanation. But Daniel resolved not to defile himself with the royal food and wine. Daniel chapter 1 verse 8. This courageous stand exemplifies faithful obedience to God's dietary laws even in a foreign land. Daniel's commitment to purity while in Babylon models how believers can maintain godly convictions in environments hostile to faith. Question 3. What did Daniel and his friends eat instead of the royal food? A. Bread and wine. B. Fruits only. C. Vegetables and water. D. Manna. The correct answer is C. Vegetables and water. The explanation. Please test your servants for 10 days. Give us nothing but vegetables to eat and water to drink. Daniel chapter 1 verse 12. This simple diet resulted in Daniel and his friends appearing healthier than those eating royal food, demonstrating that obedience to God's ways brings blessing even when it seems disadvantageous by worldly standards. Question 4. Who interpreted Nebuchadnezzar's troubling dream? A. Magicians. B. Astrologers. C. Shadrach. D. Daniel. The correct answer is D. Daniel. The explanation. During the night, the mystery was revealed to Daniel in a vision. Daniel chapter 2 verse 19. Unlike the pagan wise men who failed, Daniel received divine revelation through prayer. This demonstrates God's superiority over human wisdom and his willingness to reveal mysteries to those who humbly seek him. Question 5. What part of the statue in Nebuchadnezzar's dream was made of iron and clay? A. Head. B. Chest and arms. C. Legs. D. Feet and toes. The correct answer is D. Feet and toes. The explanation. Just as you saw that the feet and toes were partly of baked clay and partly of iron, Daniel chapter 2 verse 41, this mixed composition symbolized a divided kingdom with some strength but fundamental instability. This prophetic image accurately predicted the fragmented nature of later empires that would attempt but fail to achieve lasting unity. Question 6. What new name was Daniel given in Babylon? A. Sheshbazzar. B. Belshazzar. C. Belshazzar. D. Nebo. The correct answer is B. Belshazzar. The explanation. The chief official gave them new names. To Daniel, the name Belshazzar. Daniel chapter 1 verse 7. This name change represented an attempt to assimilate Daniel into Babylonian culture and religion. Despite this external pressure, Daniel maintained his internal spiritual identity, showing how believers can remain faithful while functioning in secular environments. Question 7. What were the Jewish names of Daniel's three friends? A. Ananiah, Mishael, Azariah. B. Eleazar, Mattaniah, Elihu. C. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. D. Peter, James, and John. The correct answer is A. Ananiah, Mishael, Azariah. The explanation. Among those who were chosen were Ananiah, Mishael, and Azariah from Judah. Daniel chapter 1 verse 6. These Hebrew names honored God, while their Babylonian names referenced pagan deities. This contrast highlights the spiritual battle between true worship and idolatry that permeates the book of Daniel. Question 8. What punishment was given to the three friends for not bowing to the statue? A. Lion's den. B. Exile. C. Burning furnace. D. Crucifixion. The correct answer is C. Burning furnace. The explanation. Whoever does not fall down and worship will immediately be thrown into a blazing furnace. Daniel chapter 3 verse 6. This severe punishment for religious nonconformity mirrors how believers throughout history have faced persecution for refusing to compromise their faith. Their willingness to face death rather than worship false gods exemplifies ultimate loyalty to God. Question 9. Who did King Nebuchadnezzar say appeared alongside the three men in the fiery furnace? A. An angel. B. A fourth man who looked like a son of the gods. C. A vision of a prophet. D. A priest in white robes. The correct answer is B. A fourth man who looked like a son of the gods. The explanation. Look, I see four men walking around in the fire, and the fourth looks like a son of the gods. Daniel chapter 3 verse 25. Many interpreters see this as a Christophany, a pre-incarnate appearance of Christ. This miraculous intervention demonstrates God's presence with His people in their most severe trials. Question 10. During whose reign did the mysterious handwriting appear on the wall? A. King Nebuchadnezzar. B. King Cyrus. C. King Darius. D. King Belshazzar. The correct answer is D. King Belshazzar. The explanation. Suddenly the fingers of a human hand appeared and wrote on the plaster of the wall, near the lampstand in the royal palace. The king watched the hand as it wrote. Daniel chapter 5 verse 5. This dramatic judgment came during Belshazzar's sacrilegious feast using temple vessels, illustrating God's response to those who profane what is holy. You're doing great so far. If you're enjoying the quiz, hit the like button and subscribe for more Bible quiz content. Share your score in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Let's dive back in. Question 11. What empire is represented by the chest and arms of silver in Nebuchadnezzar's dream? A. Medo-Persia. B. Rome. C. Babylon. D. Greece. The correct answer is A. Medo-Persia. The explanation. After you, another kingdom will arise, inferior to yours. Daniel chapter 2 verse 39. The silver chest and arms accurately prophesied the Medo-Persian Empire that conquered Babylon in 539 BC. This prophecy demonstrates God's sovereignty over history and His perfect foreknowledge of world events centuries before they unfold. Question 12. What did the stone cut without hands represent in Nebuchadnezzar's dream? A. The law. B. War. C. Jesus' kingdom. D. Babylon. The correct answer is C. Jesus' kingdom. The explanation. In the time of those kings, the God of heaven will set up a kingdom that will never be destroyed. Daniel chapter 2 verse 44. This supernatural stone represents God's eternal kingdom established through Christ, which will ultimately replace all human kingdoms. This powerful messianic prophecy points to God's ultimate plan to restore his rule on earth. Question 13. How many beasts did Daniel see in his vision in Daniel 7? A1, B4, C3, D2. The correct answer is B4. The explanation. 4 great beasts, each different from the others, came up out of the sea. Daniel chapter 7 verse 3. These 4 beasts parallel the 4 kingdoms in Nebuchadnezzar's statue dream but show their true beastly nature. This vision reveals how God views the violent, oppressive character of human empires in contrast to his righteous kingdom. Question 14. The Ancient of Days in Daniel 7 is a name for A. The Son of Man, B. Nebuchadnezzar, C. Michael, D. God. The correct answer is D. God. The explanation. As I looked, thrones were set in place, and the Ancient of Days took his seat. Daniel chapter 7 verse 9. This majestic title depicts God as the eternal judge enthroned in heavenly court. The vision emphasizes divine authority over human kingdoms and foreshadows the final judgment when all powers must answer to the Creator. Question 15. Who was the Son of Man in Daniel 7? A. Jesus, B. Michael, C. Gabriel, D. Daniel. The correct answer is A. Jesus. The explanation. One like a Son of Man, coming with the clouds of heaven, was given authority, glory, and sovereign power. Daniel chapter 7 verses 13 to 14. Jesus repeatedly identified himself as the Son of Man, claiming this prophetic title. This vision foretold Christ receiving an eternal kingdom from the Father, fulfilled in his ascension and future return. Question 16. Who was king when Daniel was thrown to the lions? A. Belshazzar, B. Artaxerxes, C. Darius, D. Nebuchadnezzar. The correct answer is C. Darius. The explanation. So the king gave the order, and they brought Daniel and threw him into the lion's den. Daniel chapter 6 verse 16. Darius the Mede, who succeeded Belshazzar after Babylon's fall, reluctantly enforced an irrevocable law he had signed. This episode shows how God's sovereignty operates even within human legal systems that seemingly limit divine action. Question 17. What happened to Daniel in the lion's den? A. He died. B. He fought the lions. C. He was eaten. D. God shut the lions' mouths. The correct answer is D. God shut the lions' mouths. The explanation. My God sent his angel, and he shut the mouths of the lions. Daniel chapter 6 verse 22. This miraculous deliverance displays God's power to suspend natural laws to protect his faithful servant. Daniel's preservation foreshadows God's ultimate deliverance of believers from death itself through resurrection. Question 18. What happened to the accusers of Daniel? A. They were promoted. B. Nothing. C. They were thrown into the lion's den. D. They fled Babylon. The correct answer is C. They were thrown into the lion's den. The explanation. At the king's command, the men who had falsely accused Daniel were brought in and thrown into the lion's den. Daniel chapter 6 verse 24. This swift judgment illustrates the principle that those who dig pits for others often fall into them themselves. This reversal of fortune reveals God's justice against those who persecute his people. Question 19. What did Nebuchadnezzar's tree dream represent? A false prophet. B. His kingdom. C. The temple. D. His son. The correct answer is B. His kingdom. The explanation. You, O king, are that tree, your greatness has grown, your dominion extends to distant parts of the earth. Daniel chapter 4 verse 22. This symbolic vision warned against pride and demonstrated God's authority to humble even the most powerful rulers. The subsequent events powerfully illustrate that all human authority is ultimately on loan from God. You're doing great so far. If you're enjoying the quiz, hit the like button and subscribe for more Bible quiz content. Share your score in the comments, we'd love to hear from you. Let's dive back in. Question 20. What did Daniel do when he learned about the decree against prayer? A. He prayed openly, as usual. B. He stopped praying. C. He fled the city. D. He fasted silently. The correct answer is A. He prayed openly, as usual. The explanation. Now when Daniel learned that the decree had been published, he went home. 3 times a day he got down on his knees and prayed. Daniel chapter 6 verse 10. Daniel's unwavering commitment to prayer, even when illegal, exemplifies faithful civil disobedience when human laws contradict divine commands. Question 21. What happened to King Nebuchadnezzar after his prideful boasting? A. He was driven to live like an animal. B. He was imprisoned. C. He was struck by lightning. D. He lost his kingdom immediately. The correct answer is A. He was driven to live like an animal. The explanation. He was driven away from people and ate grass like the ox. His body was drenched with the dew of heaven until his hair grew like the feathers of an eagle. Daniel chapter 4 verse 33. This dramatic humbling of the world's most powerful ruler for 7 seasons demonstrated that those who walk in pride he is able to humble. 4:37. Question 22. What is the final vision Daniel receives about? A. The Messiah. B. The rebuilding of the temple. C. The end times. D. The return to Jerusalem. The correct answer is C. The end times. The explanation. At that time Michael, the great prince who protects your people, will arise. Multitudes who sleep in the dust of the earth will awake. Daniel chapter 12 verses 1-2. This culminating vision in chapters 10-12 reveals God's sovereign plan through future conflicts, tribulation, and ultimate resurrection, providing hope that despite earthly powers, God's purposes will prevail. Question 23. What river did Daniel see his final vision by? A. Jordan. B. Tigris. C. Euphrates. D. Nile. The correct answer is B. Tigris. The explanation. On the 24th day of the first month, as I was standing on the bank of the great river, the Tigris, Daniel chapter 10 verse 4. This setting near a significant river parallels other prophetic visions in Scripture. Ezekiel chapter 1 verse 1. The location along this ancient boundary between empires symbolizes Daniel's position at the intersection of earthly kingdoms and heavenly revelation. Question 24. How did Daniel respond to the visions? A. He slept. B. He danced. C. He fled. D. He was sick and weak. The correct answer is D. He was sick and weak. The explanation. I, Daniel, was worn out. I lay exhausted for several days. I was appalled by the vision. It was beyond understanding. Daniel chapter 8 verse 27. Unlike false prophets who claimed easy insights, true revelation often overwhelmed its recipients. Daniel's physical reaction demonstrates the awesome weight of divine truth and the humbling effect of encountering transcendent reality. Question 25. What did the goat in Daniel 8 represent? A. Rome. B. Persia. C. Greece. D. Israel. The correct answer is C. Greece. The explanation. The goat represents the king of Greece, and the large horn between its eyes is the first king. Daniel chapter 8 verse 21. This prophecy accurately foretold Alexander the Great's swift conquest of the Persian Empire centuries before it occurred. This remarkable predictive detail demonstrates divine inspiration and God's perfect knowledge of history before it unfolds. Congratulations on completing all the questions. Thank you for joining us on today's quiz here on Bible QuizTube. Your engagement, every comment, like, and shared insight makes this community truly special. Together, we grow closer to God's Word with every question answered. Did today's questions challenge you? Share your score and thoughts in the comments. Your insight could inspire someone else and light the way for others. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell for tough Bible quizzes, trivia, and encouragement that inspire and challenge. Have a question or topic you'd love us to explore? Drop it in the comments. Your curiosity shapes the content we create and helps us grow together. Remember, every question brings us one step closer to understanding His truth. Until next time, may His Word guide your steps and light your path. See you in the next challenging Bible quiz. Stay blessed.